Colour mixing is our theme today, and as you can see, I've got my colour wheel, I've got my water pot with my paintbrush at the ready, and I've got my sets of watercolours, and I've got my sketchbook with my primaries already in. Now I've already started by putting a title saying secondary colours, and I've already done the first of our secondary colours there, our colour green, which is mixed, as we know, from yellow and blue, and I've put all those notes down just in case I forget. Make sure you use your colour wheel in the right way. So for example, we'll go back to looking at the green because that's the colour that I've done here. Might put our finger next to the green and see the two colours that we mix to make that colour, which is our yellow and blue. Now I'm going to have a look at our next secondary colour, which is our orange, and we need to have yellow and red mixed together to make our orange. So I'm going to come back to my sets of watercolours. Now don't be tempted to cheat and just use the shortcut and use the orange straight from here, because I want you to practice your colour mixing. So get your brush nice and clean, and I'm going to come over to the yellow and get a little bit of yellow on my brush and go over to the mixing palette and put my yellow onto here ready for mixing. Then I'm going to make sure I've got a clean brush, make sure it's nice and clean, and then I'm going to get my second colour, which is my red. So I'm dissolving the little tablet of watercolour there, and I'm going to bring that over to mix into the yellow on the mixing palette. And then I'm going to come back over to my sketchbook, and again I'm going to paint freehand with my paintbrush that orange colour that I have just mixed together here to make my secondary colour of orange. Try and keep your brush so it's flowing, the bristles are going in the same direction, and if you see the paint's drying up like it did there at the edge a little bit, just get some water and go back over it. And then make sure that you'll keep going back to the mixing palette to pick the colour up, and then back to your sketchbook. I'm going to label that with our letter in orange. I'm going to clean my brush because I want to then go back to our yellow, and it's very important that we keep our brushes clean so we don't contaminate the tablets in the watercolour set. So I'm going to put a little sample there saying I've used yellow, and the next little colour I'm going to use a little sample putting down red. And then I'm going to clean my brush, and then I'm going to do the last secondary colour of violet, or if we want to call it purple, into my sketchbook.